We've got the moon moving in Scorpio. And like I said, I didn't want to hold off till Monday because this energy is so vitally important. So Sunday, on Mother's Day, the moon enters Scorpio. So the energy is focusing in, it's like deep diving into the depths of transformation right before this quadrupling effect of all this snake energy that's happening for us. So the full moon in Scorpio during Taurus season, this is going to be a mystical, magical event, I just want to say, especially if you have a natal moon in Scorpio. So if your natal moon is in Scorpio, like moi, that might be also why I'm very excited. The full moon in Scorpio is your full moon. This is like your gravitational pull. It's a deeply emotional, transformative time for us with the Scorpio moon. And Scorpio moons being already attuned to the emotional depths of life, the undercurrents, but also with the full moon activating this energy in our charts, there's like this heightened sense of culmination, release, transformation, and these snakes. So Scorpio moons really feel things deeply, intensely. We tend to go through emotional experiences that truly challenge us to like dive deeper. It's almost like into the depths of Hades, into the muddy waters, and exploring those hidden aspects of our own psyche. So during the full moon in Scorpio, this can feel like a very powerful moment of reckoning where we are ready to face the truths of our feelings and to really embrace emotional transformation. So this full moon is about purging the emotional toxins and letting go of the past baggage, possibly the baggage that stings, if you will, shedding old layers, things that no longer align with who we're becoming. And Scorpio is all about transformation. So this is a moment where we can really alchemize past pain. Not just literally for Scorpio moons, but I'm going to throw it out there for everybody because of all this quadruple snake energy, but also emotional patterns, transforming them into more wisdom and possibly prophetic power. Taurus, being the opposing sign of Scorpio, is inviting us to find balance between our emotional depths and also material. I almost said maturing. Material security, the maturing security. Maybe I'm thinking about securities. I don't know. But the maturing of material gains, I guess. And Taurus as an energy is asking Scorpio moons to stabilize our emotions in the physical world and find comfort in being grounded amidst our emotional intensity and our power and our drive. So as we work through the full moon's energy, we may feel called to reflect on our sense of self-worth and security, the material aspects of our day-to-day world, whether that's finances, home, relationships, career, all the things. So this is a perfect time to release anything and everything that's blocking your abundance, emotional peace. So how can we work with this energy if you have a natal moon in Scorpio? First, we want to release what no longer serves us. This full moon in Scorpio is all about purging the old, making space for the new. So really reflecting on emotional patterns or even attachments that are really holding us back from our full potential, and take time to identify what you want to release. This could be past fears, trauma, limiting beliefs about our self-worth. And once you identify that, let it go. Let them go. It's really a symbolic ritual, like burning a letter, tearing up old photographs, even writing a letter to your past self and telling it goodbye. You could even do a ritual around it. I have one just percolating in my brain here, but definitely that. And embrace emotional healing along with the transformation. Scorpio is the sign of healing through the emotional transformation, the field of it. And this full moon is a great time for deep emotional work. If you don't meditate, I'd start engaging in meditation, focusing on letting go of any emotional blockages. And visualize darkness transforming into light, transfiguration. Or Imagine the energy of the Scorpio intensity transmuting into personal power along with healing. And of course, we always want to ground our intensity, elementally grounding, not just into the earth. We can ground deep into the muddy waters. Hades, we can go down to Hades for that matter. But Scorpio moons can often get lost in the depths of their own emotional world. So, with the sun in Taurus, this provides us with an opportunity to really ground ourselves and use the energy of Taurus, the season, to reconnect with the physical world around us, the terra firma, the earth star. So this could be through practices like walking barefoot in nature, of course, spending time gardening, cleaning out the garage, or really just doing something that allows you to feel connected to the earth plane. And the grounding energy is going to help you stay centered, emotionally centered in the zone of neutrality as you work through any emotional turbulence that begins to arise. And we always want to let go of emotional attachments, especially to material security, death and transformation, right? You don't get to take the shift with you. So during this full moon, take a moment to reflect, reflecting upon how you attach your emotional well-being to those material things, whether it's money, positions, external validation. Scorpio, the energy is asking us to release any unhealthy ties to any of those things and instead focus on cultivating emotional security from within that emotional foundation, the zone of neutrality. So this is a time to reflect on your own inner abundance. And it doesn't take money to have that inner abundance. This is like a time, like right now, or to stabilize your emotions without relying on the external forces and really empower yourself through your own self-worth. So with Scorpio and Taurus being opposing signs and energies, it's important to take this full moon truly as an opportunity to reflect on your own self-worth, your connection to abundance. What does that even look like? And what do you truly value within yourself or even in others? As well as what are you ready to claim for yourself? It kind of reminds me of like when they claimed gold, their pot of gold, pioneers, I'm thinking the gold rush, whatever. So use this moment to really empower yourself and reaffirming your own self-worth by allowing yourself to feel deserving of love, success, emotional security, whatever it is. And of course, I always have an affirmation. So if your natal moon is in the season of Scorpio, and this is an earthy moon, that's why I went with this image. Like Taurus is the earth, so it's like the earth scorpion living in the sand versus a water one or whatever. But either way, an affirmation for Scorpio moons during this full moon in Scorpio, Taurus season. I release the past with gratitude, 100%. Shedding old patterns and emotional baggage. That really is the energy of Scorpio. And I reclaim my power, embrace my self-worth, and open myself to the abundance of life. It's like, it really is like, it reminds me of mining for gold, literally. And as a bonus ritual for the full moon, there's always about a ritual if you're new to me, a ritual for Scorpio moons during the Taurus season. First, you want to do a releasing and rebirthing kind of ceremony, as this is truly your full moon energetically. I follow the lunar energies as a reflector more than I follow the sun, more for the seasons, different elementals all the way. But it's a powerful time for deep release. So write down what you're ready to let go of, especially any and all emotional, energetic baggage, toxic attachments, and afterward, safely burn the paper, or literally after you burn it or not, bury it in the ground. This is actually symbolic of the death of the old patterns and really paving the way for the rebirthing of them. And any kind of self-care ritual as well, like grounding, that's absolutely key for Scorpio, or all of us really, during this full moon. Take some time to really pamper yourself with a luxurious bath. I would really bring in salts, any kind of bath salts, baking soda, I'm thinking as well, oils, essential oils, crystals. that really help you feel connected to your emotions along with your body, the physical. I'm thinking like Virgo-ish in a way. And focus on rejuvenation, rejuvenating your emotional as well as your physical energy so that you feel more empowered and refreshed. And then you want to journal, journaling for transformation. Speaking it, invoking it as if it's like the Merlin effect, bringing the future into the past, kind of like Looper, if you've seen that show. But either way, spend time in quiet reflection, like zoning out into it and journaling about the emotional transformations that you've experienced, the ones you still, even the ones you still desire within your heart. So, this is a very potent time for deep reflection and doing inner work, shadow work, going into the depths of Haiti. And just allow your writing. I'm thinking of like automatic writing to serve as the gateway for healing and self discovery. And simultaneously, visualizing, and when you're in the sacred space, visualizing your power along with your potential. So, as a Scorpio moon, energetically, myself included, we haven't like I majestic. I almost want to say magnetic. Yeah, magnetic inner power. So, spending time visualizing yourself, really stepping into your authenticity, into your true power, free from any emotional weight or bearing of the weight, and really picturing yourself living a life full of emotional security, inner peace, self love within yourself. This is more like intimate self love, by the way, being intimate with yourself. And ask yourself, like, what does that even feel like? Right? So, this full moon in Scorpio during Taurus season is your moment of personal culmination. So, with a natal moon in Scorpio, this is your emotional reset. It's a time to release old emotional baggage and really welcome in a deeper sense of self worth and empowerment. It's the topsy turvets for you. And in doing so, it's about embracing the transformative power of this quadruple effect beyond. I'm going to call it, even there's 5 things happening here, but either way, this full moon like is very powerful. It's very transformative. So just allow it to lead you into a phase of renewal and that self-empowerment. But also, you've got to ground it. You have to stabilize it while you're going through this whole shedding, if you will, into the emotional depths. Just encouraging you is what I want to do to really balance your intense emotional world with the grounded physical care around you. And again, this quadruple net full moon is yours for the taking to shed all this skin, mine as well. So I'm super obviously floating into it. But shed old skin, my Scorpio moons, this is going to be one hell of a mystical, magical, transformational experience.